EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Arizona Cardinals and the Los Angeles Rams. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Well, this defense for the Cardinals, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll try the air now with Stafford. Eluding the pressure. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
Extra point good by Prater, and that makes the score 7-0.
Score Cardinals 7. Rams, nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
On 2nd and very short, Stafford. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Stafford's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
1st and 10.
To throw is Stafford. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards, the pickup there.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford, it's caught by Jackson. And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Deshaun Jackson is now with his 4th franchise in his 14th NFL season, but this one, a homecoming a little bit. He grew up in Long Beach, so playing for the Rams seems like a natural.
He's got it. It's Higbee. Touchdown Rams. Tyler Higbee. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. After he cleared the line of scrimmage, nice little hole developed.
Yeah, great blocking right there at the start. But how about his vision, finding the open spaces and letting his feet carry him to him.
Now this throw caught left side, and he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
1st down, Cardinals.
First carry for James Conner. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a give to Edmonds. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope and it's hard to stop the fall. I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
They'll fake it to Connor. Now Murray.
Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
On the handoff, it's Edmonds.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
These two teams all tied after one.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Connor will take this one in. It's a Cardinal touchdown. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Prater for the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Rams take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now it's Stafford. He's got Higbee complete right side. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. He'll hit Jackson complete. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Gay's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds.
4 yards on the play. First down, Cardinals.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Murray now. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Terrell Lewis able to get him for a loss of about 3. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Murray. This one complete to Christian Kirk.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll look to run with Connor. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And that gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. Murray on the sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Kyler Murray, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. Extra point good by Prater, and that makes it a 21-10 game.
Rams 10. Matt Prater to kick off for Arizona.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Now a give. Akers running left.
They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away.
Deep for the Cardinals, Christian Kirk.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away.
Kirk now, the return man.
43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the Cards will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 31-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
He was brought down by Troy Reeder.
2nd and 9 at the 32-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. 2nd and 9.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Throwing now is Murray. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Murray. Flushed out right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. From the gun, Murray. This is caught. It's Kirk. Touchdown, Cardinals. Christian Kirk, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead.
That score was not a game clincher by any stretch of the imagination. But the other team now has to be careful to not let this game begin to slip away.
Prater on to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Is good. Makes the score Cardinals 28, Rams 10.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. That's caught left side. It's Higbee, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
No waiting! No waiting! Hey, we got a seal. We got a seal.
Stafford on first down. This is caught. It's Woods. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. On the handoff, running left is Akers. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an... And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Robert Woods, his first touchdown on the year. And the Rams get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit.
Rams 17.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. That's out to the flat for Edmonds.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Just his second incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Murray.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it.
He'll get this to his running back, Edmonds.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 33. They give them 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing again, Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room.
Matt Prater for the Cardinal field goal. A 46-yard attempt.
And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They'll start on the ground with Edmonds. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll run with Edmonds again. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll run on first down, Edmonds. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll run with Edmonds. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. And now Murray's going to set up the throw. He'll swing that out to Edmonds. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From just shy of midfield, Murray. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. He stiff arms him. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 34-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. On play action, it's Murray. Staying on his feet. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Another try after the first down sack. Murray. And he whips that one incomplete there. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down.
Prater on for the field goal of 41 yards.
Prater's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look close. That's into a crowd and intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 62 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
First down, Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
To throw again on 2nd down, Murray. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So a PI call going to cost him there defensively. What did you see?
Well, I think it's the right call, partner, because sometimes we'll see officials kind of let them play. But by the letter of the law, that's definitely a penalty.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Shotgun now for Murray. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Now Edmonds. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal.
A 21-yard attempt.
And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now.
So 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Throwing again on 2nd down. Stafford. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 28. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
On 2nd and 11 now.
Stafford, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8. Murray a give. This is Connor. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Prater's kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Made at the 25-yard line. The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
The Rams on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Stafford now to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Stafford. Higbee secures it over the middle. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. Fighting to stay upright. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Stafford going to give to Akers on the draw. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 52 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on 3rd down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on 3rd down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Forcing the incomplete pass on 4th down, and then roughing the passer.
Your offense was ready to roll, ready to get out on the field and take over. Instead, self-inflicted. Now they have to stay on the field and play.
Now Stafford. Flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player on the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
On 2nd and goal, Stafford. That's out to the flat for Akers. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. but what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want shit.
Now it's Stafford. And now here's another interception. A great read, and it's picked off.
And the Cardinals are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
And the Rams defense gets to him again behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped, but what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
And they're going to get him down shy of the 1st at about the 13-yard line. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. The sack there by J.J. Watt.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 5 yards will get them back to the original line of scrimmage, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Cards, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll return home next week to take on the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for L.A., they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle.